Hi! Sorry, I'm just laughing at how ridiculous all of this is. The fact that I haven't filmed a sit-down video in ages, the fact that I'm doing the January book tag in March, and just like my entire life. That's the joke. Haha! Hi! I'm Jayla. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the January book tag, which was created by Jan Agaton over on her channel, which I will leave linked in the description and in the cards. Did I finally get the direction right? I feel like I always go, no, it's definitely the other way. In the cards? In the cards. I thought it would be a good idea to do this tag just because, well, one, what else am I going to talk about, you know? I thought it would be a good idea to do this tag just because I feel like it's a good way for me to catch you up on me, mostly not that actually, mostly just talk about the future, which kind of is what the January tag is all about. It's like, what are you looking forward to? What ideas do you have? Like stuff like that. So we'll get into all that in the questions, but I just wanted to do this because, firstly, because of that, the format of it all, and then secondly, because Noelle tagged me in it in January, and I said, oh, you know what? If you tag me in it, I'm gonna do it. And even though it's no longer January, I'm like, I gotta do it now. So we're gonna do it. We're doing it! The first question is, what was the first book that you read in 2023 and the last book you read in 2022? Oh, okay, actually it's asking, like, what was your first read of 2022 and then your last read of 2022. So, my first read of 2022 was Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I already talked about that in my last January book tag, which was basically the last time I made a video. Just kidding. I was filming up until, like, not September, until June or May. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We're not dwelling on the past, except for the question is asking me to dwell on the past. So the first book I read in 2022 was Strange the Dreamer. We all know I loved it. It was one of the best books I had read for the year, which I never released the best books of 2022. So spoilers, it was one of the best books I read in 2022. And I just love that book. That's all I'm going to say about that. 2022, the last book that I read, and I like truly read, was called The Redlands. It's a graphic novel about this swampy Florida town that's like completely overrun with evil men, patriarchal, bad values, and these three witches kind of come in and take over the town, and they've been running it for 20 years or so, and like everything's going great, well, for them specifically. They might be kind of morally gray characters, you know, but is better than the alternative, which was men literally getting away with everything and being bad. So that's what that one's about, and it's really good. I only read volume 1, but I really want to continue with the rest of the series. I don't know how many volumes there are right now, but that is one I want to look into. And leading into what my first read of 2023 was. The first read of 2023 for me was Patricia Wants to Cuddle, which was picked for Noelle's book club. I believe it's called the Book Disco now. I'm kind of out of touch with stuff, but I did read that book club pick and go watch the live shows she did with Sarah from Sarah's Shelves. I don't know why I blanked on that for a second, but they talked about that book together, and it's just such a weird, funny, satirical book. This Bachelor-esque show where these however many contestants, I want to say it follows 5 POVs, but I can't remember right now, but it follows 5 contestants or so who are competing for the love of this guy who none of them really love or care about, or they just either want the fame, or they want what it means for them, or they just want to prove to themselves that they're hot and pretty, and bachelors would want them. Like, all these different reasons for being on the show, and it's really, really good. It starts off as that, but then eventually you find out there's something on the island with them, and it's slowly cutting down the numbers, and it's really, really a short book, so it's not like you're staying with them through the rest of the show and they're slowly disappearing. It's like shit hits the fan and suddenly everything is chaos and people are getting ripped apart and all this stuff. So it was really good. I really loved this book. I thought it was a great way to kick off 2023, and I'm so glad that that was the book club pick because I probably would never have read it. I want to read more weird books. I feel like I really enjoy weird books, and those are kind of my bread and butter, but I always put them on my wish list or put them like wherever, like store them in my brain, but I never really buy them? Is that true? I'm like looking at the books that I've bought, and I definitely do buy them, but I'm also just not reading them. So anyway, all that to say, I want to read more of them. I just have to make time to read them. But when I do read them, I usually devour them. And it's like, yes, give me more of this, please. Next prompt is share 3 of your reading goals for this year. And I did not write anything down for this. And I don't know if I should just say the same ones as I said last year, because did those get completed? Probably not. But yeah, for this year, I want to definitely decrease the amount of physical books on my TBR that I have not read, because I not obviously, let me gloat for a second. I did not buy that many books last year. That's not true by like normal person standards, but for reader standards, my book buying significantly dropped last year. I may have lied when I had said that I posted a book haul in 2022 that was like the first and last book haul of 2022, and it was the first and last book haul, but not because I stopped buying books, but because I stopped filming. But anyway, but actually, I like did not buy that many books in 2022, and I might have taken home a bunch from work or something like that, so I still have acquired quite a few, but my book buying significantly decreased. Why am I telling you this? I completely lost the point. Oh, that was one of my reading goals. Decreasing my TBR. So I still have quite a lot of books. That's not changed. That's never going to change. But I can control how many of them I actually get to this year if I control my book buying and don't keep adding to the pile. And I've proven to myself that I can do that based off of last year's performance. So I really want to decrease my physical TBR. And maybe I should also just unhaul some stuff, because we have to be a little bit realistic here as I look around. I know I can see some of these books that I'm definitely not going to read, and that's okay too. So that's one goal. Another goal would be, I'm just going to say it again, I really want to cross some series off this list. I have kept adding to my series, and I keep having these full finished series that I have not read, and I just find that unacceptable. S.A. Chakraborty is already on to her next fantasy. Like, how have I not read City of Brass yet, you know? It's terrible that I still haven't read the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin, and there's just so many other books that I need to get to that I can fully do if I just apply myself. So that's another goal. What's goal number 3 gonna be? Should it be to participate in more readathons? Or should it just be to consistently film videos? What does the audience want me to do? Let's talk about, you decide on that one. I mean, I guess I know the answer. But if I participate in more readathons, I might have more content to actually post consistent videos. You know what? Number 3 is TBD. We're gonna move on to the next question. Oh god, the next one is to share oh fuck, what are they called? To share 3, which is a lot. Did I hold up 4? Oh my god. To share 3 anticipated releases for 2023, and this is where my mind goes blank because I have not been paying attention to what the girlies are talking about. I don't know what's coming out this year except for what I'm working on. Oh, what I'm working on. I mean, I'm not working. Oh, yeah, I don't even care. We're not even gonna correct. One of these anticipated releases is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. This is her adult debut, and it's like a Cleopatra and Mark Antony retelling, and I've never read a Chloe Gong book, but they're on my list. Another one of the series that I have to finish because I have the full completed thing and I haven't read it. But anyway, this is coming out in July, and it's just happening, and I want to read it. So this is one book that I'm anticipating. Another anticipated release was Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, but it already came out because it came out in January, so do we count it? Yes, because it is a 2023 release, and I haven't read it yet, and I am anticipating it. So what's another one? One more. I can think of one more. Oh, I can think of one more. What's an anticipated release? Oh! I get to brag. 1 second. And one more anticipated release that I already have. Sylvia Moreno Garcia's Silver Nitrate. That is also coming out in July. Why are all the good books coming out in July? What's going on? I really don't know a lot about this one, but you already know that I love Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I will read everything she's putting out. I have all of her backlist, almost all of her backlist. Actually, at this point, I think I do have all of her backlist. And I've read Mexican Gothic, The Daughter of Dr. Moreau, Gods of Jade and Shadow, and Velvet Was the Night. So I've read 4 of her books. I started Certain Dark Things, did not finish it, but will come back to it soon, hopefully. I don't know. So I've gotten quite a few done. I just need to keep going backwards and keep going forwards, because I will. I don't know a ton about what this one is about, so I'm going to read you this real quick. A fabulous meld of Mexican horror movies and Nazi occultism, a dark thriller about a curse that haunts a legendary lost film and awakens one woman's hidden power. It sounds divine. This cover is stunning. I can't wait to have the final hardcover, but I'm so happy to have the arc of it because I anticipate this a lot. The next question is, which goals did you reach and not reach last year? And all of them. We don't have to talk about this one. It would just be too depressing. But yeah, I definitely did not complete anything. I don't know, go revisit last year's video, and everything that I said in there is something that I did not achieve in last year. So that's the answer. Are there 2023 releases you've heard of that you have no desire to read? Probably a lot of them. Like, obviously I'm not that in tune with what's coming out this year, but that doesn't mean I don't know some stuff, and clearly if it's not coming to me right now, it's because I don't care about it. So yeah. I think that Carrie Maniscalco is releasing her first adult novel this year, and I know the publicist for that, and I might read it, honestly, but it's not because I have any interest in it. Well, I guess I do have an interest in it. I don't know. I'm just like, I have access to it, so I want to read it. But I don't want to read it because I think it's going to be really bad. But if it's really bad, I will make a vlog of it, and I will have content for you. So it's a win, lose, win, you know? But yeah, that's one of the, I can't think of anything else right now, so I'm going to go with the new Carrie Maniscalco book. What are some reading habits, of any, that you want to change this year? All of them. Something I noticed in 2022, whenever I did actually read a book, was that I would start a lot of books and then not finish them. So I really want to do better with that this year. I don't know why that was happening. It's not, sometimes maybe I wasn't enjoying the book, but that wasn't usually the case. I feel like maybe I got busy and I stopped reading it, but instead of finishing it when I wasn't busy, I just started something else. It was a very mood readery kind of year, but in a weird way, where it's just like, I'm in the mood to read this for 2 weeks, and now I'm not in the mood to read it ever again. So I really want to finish more books this year because I started a lot and then didn't actually finish them. Are there any adaptations you're excited about? Oh, I thought they would never ask. Obviously, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is coming out in November of this year, and I cannot wait to see it. I finally watched that, what is it called? The movie musical remake of that one musical. Oh my god, West Side Story. I watched that, and it was really, really good. I loved that movie musical, specifically the one that came out in last year or 2 years ago, whatever. And the main character of that, whose name I'm forgetting right now, she was really good in it, and I was really skeptical about her being Lucy Gray in this Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes adaptation, but I'm kind of excited to see her in it now, even though I'm not excited for Snow at all. But anyways, so that one. Is there anything else? Obviously, Shadow and Bone's coming back this month, I believe. Is it March or May? I believe it's March, so that's very soon. My favorite bookish memory of last year. What was my favorite bookish memory of last year? Hanging out with my friend Layla. So one summer Friday, we just went to the park and we were reading together. Eventually we moved to a brewery and we were both just in the brewery reading our books together, and that was just really fun. It was like a little reading date. Carryovers from last year that you still plan on finishing? Everything. All of them. What is, like, one specific thing? I read The Poppy War and I read The Dragon Republic, but I never read The Burning God, so I want to finish that. I was doing a reread of Legendborn right before Bloodmarked came out, and then I never finished Legendborn. Like I said, I start a lot of books and then I don't finish them, so I'll probably want to finish that so that I can finally read Bloodmarked. And that is all I can think of right now for those answers, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you missed me, leave a like. If you didn't miss me, leave a like. If you did miss me, comment down below. And if you didn't miss me, comment down below. I don't even care if it's mean. I do care, don't do that. I'm not gonna tag anybody because this tag is now 2 months old and you're not supposed to technically do it. outside of January. But what am I if not a rule breaker, you know? So thank you for watching. Again, I'm done talking. I have nothing else to say. I'm just gonna start rambling, so I'm gonna turn this camera off. Bye!